What's up guys, just Messi here, welcome to a brand new video, welcome to your daily dose of transfer gossip. Today is the start of the weekend, it's Saturday, and I believe it's the 11th of June possibly. So yesterday was the start of Euro 2016, and what a game that was. And Dimitri Payet, holy shit, he went huge. He set the first up with a fantastic cross, and he scored an absolute worldie of a second to make France win on their opening game. So fantastic from him, and potentially could lead to some big juicy rumours over the next couple of days, guys. So before we get any further, as always, if you can smash 1,000 likes, that'd be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, click subscribe button for daily FIFA content, and in the comments below, let me know your thoughts on today's rumours and rumours I should do in the next episode. And if you missed any of my previous videos, they'll be down below in that description box, guys. Go check them out, or alternatively, go onto my channel and they'll be there. 8 AM is transfers, and 9 PM or 9:30 PM will be gameplay related. So start with the confirmed ones today. We have got 14 to get through there, so they're starting to pick up the pace really, and that's going to be Bonelli going to, I think it's Pescara, possibly in the Serie B. I believe he was on loan there last season from Palermo, and then yesterday made the switch for £750,000 on a permanent basis. Then we go on to Benno Schmitz this time, going to Red Bull Leipzig from Red Bull Salzburg on a free transfer. That's basically the Red Bull franchise's trading players for free. I don't know if it's dodgy or not, but it kind of seems a little bit dodgy to me. Then we go on to Kiyotake this time, going to Sevilla from Hannover 96 for £4.5 million. He looks like a pretty decent informed card right there. Obviously, it's a little bit better stats than the normal version, but still a good signing for Sevilla, and possibly the replacement for Ava Menega, who made the switch to Inter Milan on a free transfer the other day. And now we've got 4 players that have been released by their clubs from the Barclays Premier League. So yesterday, all 20 clubs had to submit their forms with their contracts and stuff, and who was being released from their clubs. So Adebayor has been released by Crystal Palace. We have got Victor Valles being released by Manchester United, which really isn't much of a surprise. We have got Martin Di Michelis, again, probably due to his age being like 35 years old. And finally, this one really upsets me, but Kolo Touré has been released. And there are lots of rumours he could potentially be off to AS Monaco, which for him would be great. He'd get pretty first team opportunities again, but at Liverpool, I just really wanted to give him a 1-year deal. Even if it was just as a coach or something, he'd be great at it. I imagine it'd be fantastic for the dressing room as well, because he's got a load of experience about him. Been playing for the game for so many years, would help out the youngsters with that. But also, I imagine this guy is his mood, like his morale, he's pretty great for that, and that's one thing that I think a bit sucks a little bit with that decision. But either way, hopefully he gets a good club. Also about this guy, Adebayor, I think he's got a fair few BOUFAL clubs actually still chasing him. And now we go on to quite a big one in the Bundesliga. That is going to be Yannick Vestergaard, the Danish centre-back this time, formerly now of Werder Bremen. He's joined Borussia Mönchengladbach for €14 million, which is around £10 million on a 5-year deal. So on FIFA, he doesn't look very good, obviously, with just 40 pace. But in real life, I know this guy is a massive prospect kind of thing. Then we got on to Gabriel Mercado this time, going to Monterrey from River Plate for £1.33 million. And I move on to Chelsea's former number 9, Steve Sidwell. And this guy is actually released yesterday by Stoke City. I will leave a link below to the whole document of all the releases and stuff if you want to check that out. But Steve Sidwell was released yesterday and then went straight to Brighton, obviously on a free transfer. And I believe he was on loan there last season at some point as well, so obviously decided to get him now on a permanent basis. Then we go on to Manuel Schmeidbach this time of Hanover, the CDM, getting a new contract until 2020. Zapata, look at that card design. I absolutely love them. I'm at the matches. He's got a new contract at AC Milan now until 2019. We have got Alexander Tete. I think he was actually in his final year and is actually running out probably this month, but he has now got a new contract at Norwich until 2017, so obviously a year extension. And finally, we have got Linard Akweke, a Cameroonian striker in the Turkish league, I think, getting a new contract until 2020 as well. And now we move on to the potential deals, and the very first one involves this man yet again, Alvaro Morata, and today apparently he prefers Manchester United over Chelsea. And this is according to Undo Cherry, then they're saying that Alvaro Morata would prefer to join Manchester United over Chelsea as long as Zlatan Ibrahimovic does not join the Red Devils. So it's very unlikely now they'll get both of them. Like his first thought about 2 weeks ago, and they potentially could have Morata and also Ibrahimovic as the strikers next season, but now that's probably off the cards. If he was to join United, he probably wants to be the main player at the club, or the main striker at least, because obviously he'll be overshadowed by Ibrahimovic next one, which is kind of understandable as he's very young and wants to kind of be the main guy. Then we got on to Cesar Azpilicueta today, linked back to Spain, this time not Bilbao, in fact it's FC Barcelona. And this is according to the Daily Telegraph. They're saying that Barcelona have lined up Chelsea fullback Cesar Azpilicueta as a potential alternative to Hector Bellerin, with the Arsenal starter expected to be offered a new contract to stay at the Emirates Stadium. So obviously they're looking to replace Dani Alves, and Azpilicueta can play on the left or the right. So that means if Jordi Alba does get injured, he potentially could be a kind of fill-in for that role as well. So that'd be quite a good deal, probably for both parties. I'm not sure whether Azpilicueta, how he's feeling currently at Chelsea. Then we got on to Herrick Mkhitaryan this time, the Armenian. He's been kind of a bit of a transfer, like not a scandal, I'm trying to think of the word here, but it's a massive story. It probably will, may last all summer because it's regarding a contract, and Dortmund don't want to get rid of him for free. just like they did with Lewandowski. But today, the Daily Mail are reporting that Manchester United have joined the race with Arsenal and also Juventus to sign the Borussia Dortmund midfielder Henrik Mkhitaryan, who is refusing to sign a new contract with Dortmund. So, like I mentioned, if he goes on a free transfer, that is horrible for them. They want to get some money, and they may have to cash in this summer. He's probably seen all the stars around and leaving. It's only really Marco Reus that looks like he will be staying next season, which is really sad for them. And I do kind of feel sorry for Dortmund fans because obviously they've lost their captain, they lost Mats Hummels, they've lost Ilkay Gundogan, and potentially they could be very close to losing Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. But will be an interesting one to keep an eye out for probably for the next couple of weeks. Then we got into Jamie Vardy, and this one really started off with a fast pace. It's like Arsenal could get this done within 2 days. He could be an Arsenal player before the Euros and stuff, but now it looks like he won't actually join them at all. This is one of two parts, and so Evening Standard are saying that Vardy is apparently 80% likely to turn down a move to Arsenal from Premier League champions Leicester, and now TalkSport are saying that Jamie Vardy, his move to Arsenal basically is off because the 29-year-old refused and turned down a medical with Arsenal. So go back a week ago, it looks like Jamie Vardy was joining Arsenal for sure. Now it looks like it won't happen at all, so we'll have to wait and see, probably till after the Euros possibly, but that's still a month away. Now we got on to Cedric Berahino today, linked to Watford. And again, two parts, both of them telling different parts of the story this time. Apparently Sky Sports has said Watford have made a bid for West Brom striker Cedric Berahino, but the Express and the Star are both saying West Brom have denied receiving any formal offers for 22-year-old striker Cedric Berahino, despite interest from Watford. And this is kind of like a triangle of transfers because Berahino could go to Watford to replace Troy Deeney, Troy Deeney could go to Leicester City to replace Jamie Vardy, and Jamie Vardy off to Arsenal. But again, with Vardy looking unlikely to leave, I don't know if any of these will actually happen now. And now we move on to Radamel Falcao, and despite rumours in the press that Radamel Falcao would be heading to Middlesbrough yesterday, the striker himself has posted about his future with Monaco on social media platform Instagram with the following caption. So it reads that on June the 24th, I will start the pre-season with AS Monaco. I'm excited and committed with the beginning of the trainings with the club. So obviously he's looking to stay now and potentially settle in at AS Monaco, where he initially joined from Atletico Madrid, a few years ago for around £50 million or so. Now we go on to Anwar El Ghazi, linked to Aston Villa from Ajax. The Holland international reportedly wants to leave the Dutch Giants this summer and is said to be keen on a move to the Barclays Premier League. But although Aston Villa were recently relegated and may struggle to convince the 21-year-old to join them, apparently Di Matteo is very convinced that it could happen. Gianluca Di Marzio claims newly appointed manager Di Matteo will still look to bring him to Villa Park, despite interest from Liverpool and also Crystal Palace for the young winger. Now we go on to Ricardo Rodriguez, and this one is quite a big one because he was linked to Arsenal, but apparently now he could be tempted by Italy. So as of yesterday, he had a new release clause on his contract go active, and as according to his agent, and also apparently Wolfsburg's directors and stuff. So he was obviously linked to a move to Arsenal for around £19 million, and he's also said on top of this he would be excited to join our international teammate Granit Xhaka in North London. He will decide in his future though after Euro 2016, so probably about 3 weeks or so. But basically on top of that, Roma have been linked, and apparently he could be tempted by a move to Italy according to his agent. His agent has also said that Ricardo loves Italy so much, so surely if there was a serious proposal we would see, but we need to see if there will be. And finally we end on a quote from the Wolfsburg sporting director Klaus Allofs on Ricardo Rodriguez. He basically says it was clear his idea is to leave us, so it looks like he's gonna. We'll have to wait and see who he'll actually end up at next season. And now we got on to Sofiane Boufal, today linked to Liverpool according to multiple reports. So the Express Sport understands that Mario Götze is Jurgen Klopp's primary target as he looks to build a squad capable of finishing in the top 4 in the BPL. However, the German's Anfield switch has stalled. According to French outlet Foot Mercato, the Reds are considering Boufal as an alternative. And I imagine the Götze stuff hit a bit of a stumbling block after Götze actually said he wants to stay at Bayern Munich for next season. So we'll have to wait and see. Boufal is a very good alternative to Götze. Now we've gone to John Stones, apparently has turned down Barcelona to join Manchester City. The Daily Mail are saying that he's believed to be joining Pep Guardiola at City and no fee has been mentioned, but that's basically all it says, quite short and sweet. Then we got on to Graziano Pella, say linked to Juventus, Everton and also Stoke City. So the Mirror are saying that Pella's agent claims both Everton and Stoke want the Southampton forward, but Sport Italia are saying that Juventus are currently favourites to beat Everton and Stoke to the signing of the forward Graziano Pella. So he may want to go to Italy, obviously he's previously playing in the Eredivisie, then went to Southampton and could go back to his homeland of Italy. But with Ron Koeman going to Everton, it could mean he wants to follow the manager and go to his next club. Then we go on to Laporte. This one's a bit more of a elaboration from yesterday's story, and apparently they want to tie the deal up for the 22-year-old centre-back Laporte in the next few days according to Marca. His release clause is around £14 million, so it's a big one, and obviously, like I mentioned yesterday, has currently got a broken leg and ankle, so he's got a very bad injury right now, but still will be a fantastic signing for them. And now we go on to Michy Batshuayi, yesterday linked to Chelsea, today linked to their London rivals Tottenham. So now the Mirror are saying that Belgium and Marseille forward Michy Batshuayi, who is 22 years old, wants £100,000 £2,000 per week contract to join Tottenham this summer. I know the money in the BPL is absolutely huge right now, so potentially that could be on the cards. I'm not sure if Spurs are really willing to spit that much cash at him for next season. Now we got to Jasper Cillessen, and the Dutch goalkeeper today linked to Everton. And again, it is according to the Daily Mirror. So they're saying that Everton remain interested in signing the Dutch goalkeeper and Ajax goalkeeper Jasper Cillessen, who is 27 years old, who had attracted the interest from former manager Roberto Martinez last season. So despite the change of manager, this one could still be on the cards. Now we go on to Emmanuel Giaccherini, this time of Sunderland, was spent on loan last season at an Italian club. I can't remember who it was, but apparently they'd accept £2 million for any midfielder, or for the midfielder, sorry, from any Italian club. A number of Serie A clubs are hopeful of signing a 31-year-old Italy international this summer, so that's not a big fee, and I'm very surprised he still gets into that Italian team. And finally, we've got Gareth Bale today, linked to Manchester United yet again. So this is according to El Confidencial, and they're saying that Manchester United are preparing a €120 million bid for Real Madrid's Gareth Bale, with the Wales international keen on return to the Barclays Premier League. So I think that works out as like £96 million. That's huge, and that is world record breaking. And the current record for the most expensive transfer ever is in fact Gareth Bale, according to most sites. Some sites are saying it's still Ronaldo, but most sites say it is Gareth Bale from Spurs to Real Madrid. You just wonder, would Madrid actually cash in on him now? Because they'd make a slight profit in terms of transfer fee, but in the few years he has been there, he's managed to win 2 Champions Leagues. But that covers all today's potential rumours and confirmed deals, guys. So as always, if you can smash 1,500 likes, that'd be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, click that subscribe button for daily FIFA content. In the comments below, let me know your thoughts on today's rumours I should do in the next episode. Remember, previous videos will be down below in the description box or on my channel, guys. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.